Hello again, whiskey friends, coming to you on July the 4th, doing a review for you tonight. So if you hear fireworks in the background, that's probably why. So today we are going to be doing a single barrel local to me, which is Rock Town Distillery here in Arkansas. This is from Central Arkansas's Bourbon and Banter. Can you smell what the rock is cooking? So let's get into this one. I really feel like this is a good one to start with. It's definitely American, and it's definitely a lot of fun to talk about and review. So let's get started. All right, welcome back. So as you can hear, the fireworks in the background, I'm sure. We're coming to you live on July the 4th. My poor dog is in a bomb shelter because she hates fireworks so much. But today we're going to be talking about Rock Town. Now, this is a local distillery here in Little Rock, Arkansas. It is doing grain to glass, and this particular one was actually distilled in Bardstown Bourbon Company, or by Bardstown Bourbon Company. What they did is they took all of the grains and sent them up to Bardstown for them to distill. And of course, it's still the same mash bill for Rocktown that they have always had. And so this is kind of an interesting one. Let's get into the nose of this thing. Cheers, whiskey friends. So it's really sweet on the nose. I would say that the thing that sets this one apart is because they've been doing pot still since they started, and then this is on a column still, and man, the mash bill is the same, but the profile is way different on a column still. It's really sweet caramel and vanilla up front on the nose. It's got a lovely nose. It's nothing in particular that's going to be off-putting in any way. Some of the pot still stuff came across a little bit weird, but this one is coming across just like straight bourbon notes. So let's get into the palate. So it matches the nose. Sweet caramel, vanilla, a little bit of oak towards the end, a lot of rye spice in the middle of the palate. Pretty long finish for a single barrel. Now, this one is at 58.2 for ABV for the proof. So it is right around that mid 116.4, I think, if my math is right, if I can math today. Now, this is a local group that picked this one. It's a single barrel, Central Arkansas Bourbon and Banter. My buddy Henry, if you've seen his name in the chat, this is his group that he started there in Central Arkansas. They did this pick in Rock Town. To be honest with you, it's probably the best Rock Town that I've had so far. We've done a couple at Sodi's in my store here on the pot still side, but this one overall is just way better. Second sip, pretty consistent. It's still a little young. I mean, you can taste a little bit. It's a little bit of sharper notes to it, but for what it is, it's really good. The finish on this thing is pretty long. It's pretty viscous. It's pretty oily. I did score this one. Scored at 77, which is a very good score, especially on a craft distillery. Like I said, the thing that makes this particular one a little bit different is column still collection, which means, like I said, that they sent all of these grains that they grew, sent them to Bardstown, milled them there, distilled it there, sent the juice back to Arkansas, and aged it in Arkansas. So the thing that you can see, I don't know if you can see it on this one. Let's see if I can get it in focus. See that column still on the side of that? If you see that, any of those, they have, I think, 3 different offerings that they did for the column still collection. Those are, I think, blue one, a cream one, and a black one, I think. So those are the ones that I would tend, if you see them out, those are the ones that I would go towards, unless you're just a craft pot still type of person and really like that profile. This is a more traditional bourbon nose and profile, in my opinion. So let's give this one last sip before we wrap things up. Yeah, a little bit of fruit coming in on the back is more that it sits. One of the things that I found about this particular bottle is that it does get a little bit sweeter. It does get a little bit of fruit notes towards the end. Once it has sat, let's try that again. Once it has sat a while, I can't talk. This is my first whiskey of the night, and I still can't talk. But no, it does get a little bit more fruit notes coming in towards the end of the palate, which is interesting for this particular brand, because I don't remember getting any type of fruit notes on it. So again, it just goes to show you the difference in distillation process, the aging process. Now, this, I don't know if this was aged at all at Bardstown, but I do know that it was sent back and aged primarily in Arkansas. So they don't really go into detail on how long or if it was just aged at Bardstown Bourbon Company at all. But that's definitely where it was distilled. So guys, if you're out and about and you see, or nearby Arkansas, and you see these things out, make sure you look for that Column Still collection. Those are the ones that I would tend to push you towards. This is a great whiskey, very well priced for what it is for a craft distillery. Cheers to Henry and his team. They did a great job. So we'll see you guys again here right soon on Hello Again, Whiskey Friends. Make sure you check us out on Wednesday night, every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. And we'll see you guys next time.
Jeff, just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say